Hi guys and
welcome to our
channel. So on this
this is Cece and
so hi guys and
welcome
to our channel. So this is Cece and
family.
Thank you for visiting our channel. Thank you. Please subscribe to our channel.
Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you like and leave a comment. So we are starting this exciting series and it's on African folk tales. So recently my daughter Maseda brought her book, English book, and then as we're going through it, I saw like some interesting folk tales, and then it just reminded me of way back and how much I really loved African folk tales. And as a person who naturally is passionate about stories, I was like, this will be a very interesting thing to do on YouTube.
Yeah.
How about sharing our African folk tales with you? And in Africa, we love our stories because it's a way of preserving our culture. And so this is our opportunity to preserve some of our culture by sharing our stories with you. So today, what's the title of the story that we are going to do?
Everything happens for your own good.
Great. So today's story or folk tale is titled Everything Happens for Our Own Good. So stick and stay and watch it.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, there was a rich and prosperous king who ruled a few land. This king was so rich and prosperous because he had a council of learned elders who always gave him good advice. However, there was a particular elder that the king was not too fond of because he had a mantra, or he had a popular saying that he always said. And this was that everything happens for our own good. It could be something great and funny and a happy occasion, and this elder will say the same thing. It could be like a sad situation, something bad had happened, and this elder will still say everything happens for our own good. This really angered the king and really irritated him. One day, as the king was going round the palace as he normally did, he fell and he injured his finger. In fact, there was blood all over the place. The finger was badly injured. And at that time, that elder that the king did not like was with him. And when this elder saw it, all he could say to the king was that, "King, I'm so sorry about your injury, but I'm sure it's for your own good." The king was angered. "What do you mean it's for my own good? Look at all this blood, look at this injury, the extent of this injury, and you're telling me it's for my own good?" He was so furious that he asked the guards to come get the elder away and put him in prison. As they were taking the elder away, what he said was, "King, even though you're putting me in prison, I know that it is for my own good." This angered the king the more, and then he decided he was going to lock him up longer than he even initially intended. Well, fast forward a couple of days later, the king decided to go into the forest on his usual hunting expedition. Do you want to know what happened during the expedition? Stick and stay, and let's take a little water break. If you have a snack, go buy the little snack. Go to the restroom, go take a little pee-pee, and come back whilst I take my pineapple juice. Okay, here we go. Deliciousness. So, are you ready for us to continue? If you are, let's go into it. So, a few days later, the king decided to do his usual hunting expedition into the jungle. Normally, as he always does, he goes with some of his guards, right? So yes, he did. He went with his guards, was sitting on his horse. So as they went to it, the king got a little overexcited and sped off, left his guards behind, and kept going deep into the forest. So at a point, he got tired and then he got off his horse and decided to take a little break. As he was sitting under the shade of a nice huge tree. You know, we have wonderful big trees in Africa, I'm sure everywhere else in the world too. So he decided to take a little rest. As he was napping and dozing because of the nice breeze, he suddenly got up. He was jolted up. Guess what? There was a lion close to him. The king froze as he saw the lion. The lion was sniffing around the king. You could tell the lion was hungry and ready to devour this king. The king sat still. He didn't move a single muscle. The lion got close to him, sniffed around him, and then when he got to the king's finger, it just paused. And then, interestingly, the lion turned back and majestically galloped back. The king was shocked. He was shocked. What just happened? The lion didn't devour him? Could it be some magic that just happened? The king quickly, even in fear, he quickly got up, sat on his horse, and went back to his palace. When he got to his palace, he called all his wise council of elders and narrated what happened to them. And he asked them, so what do you think happened? Why do you think this lion did not kill me? Why do you think the lion let me go? Then one of the learned elders said to the king, oh, wise king, it is a known fact that lions do not like to eat their prey when they are injured. Lions like their prey to be whole, no injury, no blood anywhere. They want to be, lions, you know, they are the kings of the jungles. They like their meat or their food to be fresh, but not touched or not blemished. So at that point, it looks like the lion saw you to be blemished. That's why it didn't touch you. The king was amazed by this answer. And then he remembered what that elder that he had locked up, what that elder said. And then he asked that they quickly release the elder from prison. And then they brought him. The elder was surprised when they brought him and wondered why he had been released early. So the king, when they brought him, the king told him everything that had happened and said, well, elder, it looks like what you said was actually true. This is what happened, and the lion let me go because of the injury that you said was for my own good. But I have a question for you, elder. What about you? How is me putting you in prison? How did that serve you? How was that for your own good? The elder smiled and said to the king, oh, wise king, I can assure you that you putting me in prison was for my own good, because you know I always hang around you. And if I was with you, I would have definitely been with you on that hunting expedition. I would have followed you deep into the forest when you went to take your little rest. And guess what? Once the lion decided to let you go, I would have been the lion's target, and it would have definitely devoured me. The king laughed. He was amazed by the wise answer. And he said, of course, it makes a lot of sense. And so, from that day forward, the king really appreciated this elder. In fact, he promoted him to the highest ranking in his palace. So you see, there are lots of moral lessons in this story, as it is for all African folk tales. So do leave your comments down below and let us know what you picked up from the story or what you liked about the story. Thank you. So guess what? The king decided to make this elder his chief of staff. So after that, that elder became the chief of staff. I hope you've enjoyed this story, and I know you've learned a lot of lessons from it. Oh, I'm sure you had your beautiful moments in there, or moments that you really liked in the story. Let me know what you think about the story. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are your thoughts? Put them in the comment below, and do remember to subscribe to our channel. That was a very interesting story, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure we've all learned some lessons from it. So please go into the comment section and leave a comment and let us know the lessons that you learned from this story. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Do keep coming back, because now we are a family. So thank you from Cece and
Family.
Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye, guys.